Here's Dixon. No, they crashed! Both Kanaan and Dixon, first and second, into the wall. The lead will go over to Scott Sharp.
And Paul, could you see how fast that happened? Just 2 touches of the wheel. Remember, 210, 15 miles an hour going into turn 3 and 4. As we see Dixon taking his steering wheel off. Kanaan still sitting in the car. That's a hard hit for both those drivers. And here comes the steering wheel, meaning they're both okay.
Tony Kanaan, who was the points leader. 2 poles, 1. He's on the pit lane approach. Takagi Sharp.
Straight shot.
That's Voigt the fourth way down there making his turn into the pits. And the caution comes out. A car into the barrier going into the pits. And whoa, that's a big hit for a Target Chip Ganassi car.
He hit something in the acid.
But actually, it's good news, Paul. You see the driver actually remove the steering wheel himself and put it up on top, and that is the key thing.
Yeah, but no repeat win for Scott Dixon.
Right now, as a driver, you just say, you know something, the car did its job. That attenuator that they hit going into the pits is always something a driver has always had his eye on, not only here, but even Indy, Jill. You know, you come out of the turn so quickly going down there, and you just notice that attenuator there all the time, and very seldom somebody ever hits it, but when you do, you know it's a big one.
Oh, I tell you, it's a tough situation because under green you can make so much time coming in and out of the pits that a driver, you know, even though it looks like you're going slow, you're pushing as hard as you can to that slow down lane, because any second or any fraction of a second you make will make a big difference when you come out of the pits. I know that you fought really hard when he thought he was going straight. He said time to go, and it's a shame he lost it, but thankfully he's okay.
It's going to probably be a lengthy cleanup. One, because the car really took a hit, but the attenuator itself, which are just, I'll call them plastic barrels with sand in them, and when you hit them, they break, which is what they're supposed to do. But in doing so, it's...
As it is right down low with Dan Weldon, Dario and Danica on the high side. And here comes Marco. Oh, look out! Airborne! Frankini's upside down. Dixon is involved. The wheels touched. Weldon is involved.
Airborne up here got up into the pit. We got him coming down. Copy that. Scott, you okay?
Looks like Sam Hornish also involved. And right now, folks.
Yeah, he got hit in the head.
Think good thoughts. The Delphi safety crew is
we'll fix it.
heading for Dario.
The IndyCar Series, each and every event.
So there's Dan Weldon as well, as he was swept up in this multi-car crash. Sam Hornish, we know, was involved. Scott Dixon, Dario Franchitti. It looks like Ed Carpenter.
Here to start the 2011 season is green. Oh, they're going to try 4 wide. We have contact and a huge crash right in the first corner. The car's upside down. Elio Castroneves involved. Scott Dixon is involved. The twice like Conway. And I cannot tell who that is. That's Dixon. Remember, he talked about it for the last 3 years. He has not been around for the finish of this race. And it looks like he may not be again. Now the 0-2 of Oriol Servia gets refired and back underway from Ryan Briscoe's onboard camera.
About 145, maybe 150 quite quickly. We talked there again about the Cole tires as we see the number 9 Scott Dixon machine, sponsored by Target, going to come in. I'm sure they'll try to do some repair here. Does not look like any of the wheels have been hit, so his alignment should be okay. Maybe if he can just get some new wings on it and a side pod, maybe they'll continue.
Scott Dixon said yesterday it is so
hard. 52 laps. All through both of those Juncos racing cars have been struggling, and we got one in the wall right now. Oh my goodness! One car airborne. It's Scott Dixon. He makes contact with the 77 of Jay Howard, who got up and out of the groove. Dixon came down to the bottom of the racetrack to try to avoid Howard. When he made contact, that car went airborne. The entire rear of Dixon's car is removed, but thank the good Lord, Scott Dixon is moving around in that cockpit. There is nothing left of that automobile, our pole sitter Scott Dixon again made contact with the 77 of Jay Howard. That car went airborne, got probably 20 to 30 feet in the air, made contact with the catch fence at the inside, and Scott Dixon is going to walk away from an absolutely horrifying accident.